Hey, what's good, YouTube subscribers? How y'all doing? It's your boy MG5 back again with another sports video. And y'all already know what we're going to be talking about tonight, man. It is fight week. And we have a big fight coming up this Saturday, y'all. Y'all already know, live in Los Angeles, California. You know what I'm saying? We got a big boxing event going down. We have Crawford taking on Israel Madrimov. Now, this right here is a big fight, y'all. This right here is a big fight. And, my bad. I know it's been a minute. It's been a minute since we dropped the video. This summer has been dope. It's been real busy, but we are back again. I hope y'all been stretching and hydrating out there. And, yeah, man, I ain't really got too much to say about that. Y'all already know how we do things around here. We gonna break it down, give y'all my thoughts, and give y'all my final fight prediction on Terrence Bud Crawford versus Israel Madrimov. You know what I'm saying? For the super WBA welterweight title of the world. Or we could just say junior middleweight for the WBA junior middleweight title of the world. You know what I mean? Super welterweight, junior middleweight, same thing. Y'all know what I'm saying? But before we get started, shout out to Dubby Energy. Shout out to my sponsorship, Dubby Energy. Make sure y'all, for y'all hard workers out there, for y'all gym rats out there, for y'all athletes out there, y'all want a new product, something that's going to get y'all going, something that's healthy. You know what I'm saying? Dubby Energy. Y'all can use my promo code MG5 Sports. Get 20% off. And this product is gonna take over, y'all. Don't be afraid to try something new. You know what I mean? Don't be afraid to try something new. This is it right here. Dubby Energy. Shout out to Dubby Energy. But anyways, y'all, let's get straight into it. We have a big boxing fight going down at 154, junior middleweight. And this is going to be a good fight. This is going to be a good fight. I think this is going to be a real good test for Terrence Crawford. We know Crawford, man, did his thing at 135, went up to 140, became undisputed. And then at 147, welterweight, he's been dominating and he became undisputed again, two-time undisputed champion. Now here he is moving up to 154, the junior middleweight division. And he has a real test in front of him. He's taking on Israel Madrimov, who is 10-0 with 7 knockouts. And he also has 1 draw. And then, we all know about Terrence Bud Crawford, 40-0 with 31 knockouts. And I believe his last, was it 11? I could be wrong. His last 11 opponents he has knocked out or stopped. His last 9 opponents, I believe. His last 9 opponents, he has stopped. You know what I'm saying? So this dude, Terrence Crawford, is on a tear. And to me, he is the best fighter in the world. All of his fights are not, well, you could either say Crawford or Usyk. You know what I mean? What Usyk did was, unbelievable to beat Tyson Fury and become the heavyweight undisputed. To me, those two, Crawford and Usyk, are my pound-for-pound fighters, the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world. But the reason why I say Terrence Bud Crawford is because every fight that he's been in hasn't even been close. He's been dominating. Besides the Sean Porter fight, we could say Porter was, he was doing his thing before Crawford stopped him. But every fight that he's been in, it hasn't really been close. But anyways, let's look at this fight. Crawford versus Madrimov. This is a good-looking fight right here. I like this fight for Terrence Bud Crawford. He said he chose Madrimov for a reason because he's the best fighter or the best champion at that weight class. He's the best fighter or champion at that weight class. And when you look at this weight class, it's not really too many. I don't think Charlo's the same guy that he was. We know Tim Tszyu is still around, but he's not the champion. We got Fundora. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on over here at 154. Who is truly the best fighter at 154? It could be Israel Madrimov, but who knows? I like this fight. I'm not going to say it's a 50-50 fight. I do give Terrence Crawford the advantage, but the thing is, there are some questions that need to be answered in this fight when he fights Madrimov. Every fight up to this point, Terrence Crawford has always been the stronger guy. Everyone that he's fought, he said that he's been stronger than them. So in this fight, will he be the stronger guy when he fights Madrimov? And Crawford's always been the most athletic dude too. He's always been more athletic than his opponent. Now he's fighting a guy who has athleticism as well. You know what I'm saying? So that's what makes this fight. Those are going to be the two questions that I'm going to have when this fight plays out. Who's going to be stronger between these two fighters? Who's going to be the stronger guy? And who's going to be more athletic? You know what I'm saying? As we all know, we may have to give the edge to Madrimov because he's the bigger guy. But is he the stronger guy? We don't know until they get into the ring. You know what I'm saying? We don't know until he gets into the ring. And we going to find out. I like this fight a lot. And another thing, Terrence Crawford usually dominates the clinch. He always dominates the clinch against his opponents. Now, he's going against a guy who has wrestling background and also has a judo background. We know Crawford has a wrestling background. So can he dominate the clinch and move his opponents like he normally does against Madrimov? We don't know. We don't know. And it will be interesting to see if Madrimov, if he's stronger than Terrence Crawford, how will Crawford make those adjustments mentally? You know what I'm saying? But as I look at the fighter's skill set, tic-tac for tic-tac, I think just boxing, pure boxing, tic-tac for tic-tac, I do think Crawford is a better boxer than Madrimov, but Madrimov can box too, y'all. He can box too. Now, when I look at their skill sets, it's hard for me to pick who's the stronger and who's more athletic between the two. But when I look at Terrence Crawford, I do believe he has the better footwork. I do believe he has the hand speed and the foot speed. Matter of fact, he's just, he has the speed advantage in this fight. He's going to be the quicker fighter, and then I think he is a better counter puncher. He for sure is a better counter puncher. I think he has better accuracy and better placement with his shots. You know what I'm saying? But now on the other side with Madrimov, I think Madrimov does have more power than Terrence Crawford. I do think he has better combinations in the sense of going up top and going to the body. Madrimov, his best punches are, he loves to throw that sweeping hook, whether it's to the body or up top. And then he loves to throw that overhand right and that straight. You know what I'm saying? So I do think he has better combinations when it comes to going to the body and then going up top. And I do think this is a different fight from Errol Spence Jr. I think Madrimov has more power than Spence. I think he's stronger than Spence. And he may have better ring IQ than Spence. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's going to make this fight interesting. It's going to come down to who can dictate the ring generalship, who can control the ring. And honestly, can Madrimov cut off Terrence Crawford and get in front of him? Can he cut off the ring? You know what I'm saying? That's going to be a big key in this fight for Madrimov. Can he cut off the ring? Because I think if Crawford wants to, he can just box. He can move around and just box. So can Madrimov cut off the ring and keep the fight on the inside? Because he's a great inside fighter, man. He's a great inside fighter. Can he keep the fight in the inside or at the mid-range? And for Terrence Crawford, he wants to keep this fight mid-range or more towards the outside. So this fight's going to be very interesting. I think the biggest key for Madrimov is to cut the ring off. And I like this fight a lot. You know what I'm saying? I like this fight a lot. When it comes to ring IQ, I think they both have very high ring IQ. I don't know if I give one or the other that certain advantage. But I do think it's going to be hard for Madrimov. His trainer and them are talking about it's going to take him 5 or 6 rounds to get Crawford's style down, to learn his timing and stuff, and then they'll be able to pick Crawford apart. But I don't know, man. When you're fighting a guy like Terrence Crawford, a switch hitter with that high ring IQ, the speed and the quickness, and that counter-punching ability, and the most importantly, he has that killer instinct. Once he gets you hurt, he gets you out of there. And it's that timing with Crawford. He'll time the right shot. Boom, you stunned, and then he's jumping all over you. So I think, this is going to be an interesting fight. You know, Madrimov loves to go to the body. So if he goes to the body, he can slow down Terrence Crawford. I think the first 5-6 rounds is going to be very interesting. They're both going to be filling each other out, and it's going to be very tactical. But I think rounds 6 through 10 or 7 through 10, it's going to be, you know, it's going to be a fight. And Madrimov, one thing about him, he loves to let his hands go. He loves to let his hands go. And the only thing that I see about him when he lets his hands go is that he'll dip his head to the side to throw the big hook or to throw the overhand. And I do think Terrence Bud Crawford can take advantage of him dipping his head to the side. And if Crawford's stronger than this guy when they get in the ring, then it probably won't even be a close fight. But if Madrimov is stronger than Crawford, then I think it will be a close fight. So we'll see. You know, honestly, y'all, I don't think this fight's going more than 10 rounds. I think it's going to be a stoppage in round 9 or round 10. And I'm going with Terrence Bud Crawford. You know, I think the first 6 rounds could be difficult for him. And then, honestly, I think round 6 and 7, I think Crawford's going to get hit with something. And I think it's going to be difficult for him. But I got to go with Terrence Bud Crawford winning this fight. I think he's going to get the stoppage in round 9 or round 10. I just think the counter punching, the switch hitting, the quickness, the ring IQ, and how strong Terrence Bud Crawford is, I think it's going to be too much. And one thing that I love about Crawford is when the fight gets tough and he's in a tough fight, he will make adjustments. Usually it takes fighters longer, a longer time to make adjustments, but Crawford can make those adjustments round by round, real quick. Usually it takes fighters about 2, 3, maybe 4 rounds to make adjustments, but Crawford, fighting off his natural instinct, can make adjustments real quick. And I don't think we've seen a fighter with the instincts that Terrence Crawford has in this generation. So this is going to be a big fight. I think Crawford will stop this guy in round 9 or round 10. And I think it's going to be a good fight. I think it's going to be a great fight, especially if Madrimov is more athletic than Crawford and is stronger than him. It's going to be it's going to be interesting to see Crawford make those adjustments. But that's what I got on this fight. Round 9, round 10 knockout. I'm going to go round 9 stoppage for Terrence Bud Crawford. I don't think this fight goes to championship rounds. And we will hear we will have a new WBA champion at the junior middleweight or super welterweight division, and that will be Terrence Bud Crawford. And I believe he will make a statement and show everybody that he is the best fighter in the world, and maybe he will get that Canelo fight after this. But we will see. That's all I really got on this one, y'all. Y'all already know, man. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, comment, share, and let me know who y'all got winning this big fight. And, keep y'all heads up, man. Y'all keep doing y'all thing out there. Make sure y'all stretch and y'all hydrate. And until next time, y'all, we out. And until next time, fellas, stay up.